Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. If everything on screen looks a little bit different, that is because if you caught it in the last video, I completely upgraded my camera system. So I'm now running the Canon R6 Mark II, and I also have to give a huge shout out to my hubby because he bought me a lens that will work for vlogging on my new camera too. So no more cell phone recordings of videos. It has been a minute since I've been on YouTube. There's been a bunch of stuff going on in my personal life with work getting super busy and a bunch of other things with the transitioning of seasons, having to go south and do a supply run, and just in general being way too busy, and a little bit of health complications on top of that have just meant I haven't had the time, energy, or motivation to get around to filming another YouTube video. But I'm super happy to say that I'm finally back and ready. Today's video isn't going to be about anything in specific. It's just to kind of give you guys an update on what's happening around the little mini homestead here and what's going on with all my other projects, and just to kind of give you an update and get myself back into the habit of making these videos. So to start off, I'm going to take you out to see the chickens. Before we get to the chickens though, Tyga is now 7 months old. He's just having a nap in the afternoon here, and he is doing really well. So as you guys can see, we are officially in spring now. We don't have any snow left. Hi Teriyaki. And the trees have not leaved out still. It's still frost in the evenings, but it is warm enough that the chickens love to come back outside. Girls, you guys all gonna come out? Buffalo, honey, and chipotle. Where's Nugget? It's the last one. Now I did already collect eggs this morning, but I am gonna check and see because I'm usually getting 3 eggs from the 5 hens. I've only got 2 today, so let's check. Alright, so they have been mostly laying underneath the feeder, which is where Miss Nugget is right now. Miss Nugget, do you have any eggs for me? Hey? You hiding any eggs under there? Excuse me, Miss Ma'am. Looking for eggs. I might have to set the camera down. Excuse me, miss. Up you go. Come on. Can I see? Do you have eggs for me? I can't feel any, so I'm gonna go with no. But that is where they usually lay their eggs, and I think I have a clip from yesterday checking eggs, so I will put that in here as well. Hello, girls. Hello. They like to lay under here. It looks like we have 2 eggs so far. Hey, Buffalo. How you doing, girlfriend? Yeah, you're laying eggs, all right. Goofy chicken. And there are 2 eggs for the day. Thank you, girls. Alright, so I can confirm there weren't any eggs underneath the Nugget. She did get out eventually, but that's alright. Like I said, I probably put in the clip already here of the eggs from yesterday, and as I mentioned, we are getting 3 to 4 eggs a day from these girls still, so they are almost 1 year old. If you haven't already seen all of the videos of me hatching them out and raising them up for chicks, I'll stick a card up here for the chicken playlist on my channel, and you can go back and watch all that. But that is basically everything for the chickens now. The coop is built. We did a big clean out of the coop after winter with all of the waste and bedding that built up, so now we are just kind of enjoying having fully mature chickens. And you'll have to excuse my shortness of breath. I am asthmatic, and it is forest fire season. I'm sure you guys have heard, especially if you're up in Canada here, forest fire season is in full swing, and it is affecting areas and blowing in smoke, and so I've just been a little short of breath the last little while. But yeah, so next let's move on to the garden. All right, I can actually fit more than just me in the frame, so this is super awesome. As you can see beside me here, we have all of the seed starting. So I'm gonna pause and turn the camera around and show you guys this in more detail, but seed starting is well underway. For all the gardeners, I am in zone 1A, which means I have 75 days of frost-free growing, so I get my average last frost around kind of June 10th is when it is on average, and it's definitely looking like that, or possibly even later this year. It's a really slow start to spring compared to last year. So my like 10 weeks out seed starting doesn't even begin until April. So most of you guys who are further south are probably much farther along, if not already planting everything out in your garden already. However, that is not the case. I still have quite a few weeks to go. But the main thing we have started is the tomatoes, the peppers, and also the broccoli and cabbage. So I'm gonna show you that up close now. So another difference this year is that I am actually co-gardening with my neighbor. So instead of us having kind of separate beds, we're pooling all of our resources to try to get more production, and it seems like it's going to. So I'm starting half the seeds and she's starting half. But we have some jalapeno peppers here. I started 2 cherry tomato plants. We have, I believe, 6 broccoli, 4 hot Hungarian wax peppers. This was a request from my partner because he likes spicier peppers and the jalapenos weren't spicy enough. And I do have one more that popped up in my actual like seed starting tray. And then we also have all of our larger tomatoes. So we have cabbage in the back here. And then I'm trying a new type of tomato that my mother-in-law picked up seeds for. So I'm doing the Subarctic Plenty, which is my tried and true go-to variety. But I'm also trying the Bonnie's Best tomato. So really excited to see how that goes. All right, for knitting, I've been working mostly on a gray or kind of like oatmeal-y brown and green Mudo sweater, which is the same as this red and gray one that I knit before. And I just finished it, so it's actually soaking and blocking right now. And then my next project is to work on a black blanket for my sister. And then after that, I think I will finally start trying to work on designing my own sweater. But that's really been it for knitting. Knitting definitely takes a back seat when it comes to summer months because it's almost fishing season. Fishing season for us up north, like the far north of Saskatchewan, starts on May 25th. So we still have a couple weeks to that, but I am planning to bring my camera along and hopefully do a little bit of a fishing vlog for opening day, hoping that we catch some fish because I really miss having fish fries to eat for supper. So really looking forward to that. And then I think the only other thing to really update you guys on is the birding and photography side of things. So I did see some really cool life birds when we went to Calgary, and I'm gonna put just kind of like a collage of pictures as I'm talking here. But yeah, we've been seeing lots of birds, lots of migration is finally happening in the north here too. Just this morning, I got my lifer Savannah sparrow. I didn't really get any super great pics because I was looking through our living room window where we have a bird feeder and bird bath set up. But yeah, I've been doing really, really well for birding this year. If you guys don't know, I keep a list of all the different types of birds I see in the eBird app. So I will put a link to that down in the description. But so far, I am only like 4 or 5 birds away from my totals for this area from last year. And it's only May. So that means I am like a full, like 7 months ahead of schedule or ahead of where I was last year in terms of identifying birds. So I haven't had a ton of like really fantastic photos to add to my print selection on my website, but I have been seeing lots of cool birds and some cool wildlife too while out working. And so yeah, I think I'll show you guys. I added a bird bath last fall and it was like right when it started to freeze up, so I don't think I've shown it in a video yet, but let's go outside and take a look at what the setup looks like. Also, I just have to show you these adorable chicken boots that my parents got me for my birthday, and I'm obsessed with them. You also can't be asthmatic in forest fire season without your inhaler. Literally right when I was walking by, I just noticed we have our very first rhubarb leaf of the year coming up, so that is super exciting. Alright, so this is my little setup here. We have the red tray feeder and the suet feeder here. I did have a green feeder, and I was refilling it and I dropped it and it broke. So down to just those 2 feeders. And then this is the bird bath that I added. So I have seen them using it to drink out of, not to bath necessarily. And then we just put some rocks down because it gets really windy here and the yard is pretty open. So this one I got from Wild Birds Unlimited. I'll see if I can find a link to it if you guys are interested. Not like any affiliation with the company at all. They just have a bird store in Saskatoon and I was able to pick some supplies up when I was further south. And Tyga has gotten quite a bit bigger. He's now like 70 pounds, I think. And when we got him, he was only like 20 pounds. So he's growing literally so fast. Well, that is going to be everything for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching if you made it this far. And as always, it really helps out my channel if you guys subscribe and like the videos, share them with friends if you have friends who you think would enjoy my content, all of that good stuff. And I'm really looking forward to getting to share some more videos with you guys again. So let me know what you thought of the new camera and video quality. I'm definitely excited to take this out because it takes really, really good video. So especially for taking photos or getting footage of birds, it's going to be way better. And as you guys can probably already tell with just the autofocus and it following me when I'm talking, I'm really excited to see how my videos do. And so just a really short, sweet video to get you guys back up to speed with everything that's going on. I'm now going to go inside and do all of those dishes that I was avoiding. So we will see you guys in the next video.